There were 5 of us in George's jungle. 5. Josie, Jesse, Josh, myself, Jasper, and of course, George. Sweet George. He had a jungle, you know. A jungle that's sure to be razed to the ground, burned to ash, until only memories remain. He was a good man, George. He didn't deserve to die. It was paradise in the jungle. Every day was filled with laughter and music, mirth and whimsy. We 5 would play and sing and dance till our heart's content. And when we went off to sleep in our treetop hammocks, the cameras would roll again in the morning for a brand new day of delights. It was paradise. Except for that one little thing. We found George dead in his tree. Such a gruesome sight. It was hard to look at, and harder still to look away. There was our friend. Our friend who would never hear music or tell a joke ever again. It's enough to make you cry. Jesse called the police while Josie got sick, and poor Josh fainted right there at the scene. I went off to get cleaning supplies, and I didn't see what became of George's body. We all loved George. I have no idea who would have done such a thing. But whoever it was, they'd have to be a real monster. Come to think of it, I do remember Josh having some grievances against George. I mean, it was such a silly thing. Couldn't possibly been enough to kill a man over. But sometimes I'd see something strange in Josh's eyes. He had some crazy notion that George didn't have any right to own us. Just because all of our names started with a J and George began with a G, he thought that made George, I don't know, subhuman? Sure, maybe he had a point. Maybe it wasn't fair that George was a G name, lording his G over our J's. Maybe George was a little uppity when it came to our names. But to kill him over it? Well, maybe. No one ever heard from Josh again after that day. Wouldn't have surprised me in the slightest if Josh flipped his lid and did George in. I guess we'll never know. When I get out of here, I'll return to George's jungle with Josie and Jesse. Every day will be filled with laughter and music, mirth and whimsy. Just as it always was before. Just as it always will be. Just us Jays. And it will be perfect.